Hello and welcome to this video where we will talk about how to model losses inside permanent magnets. In analytical models, we consider that magnet does not have any loss inside because they are rotating at the same speed as the electromagnetic field rotates. So we expect that the magnets will not see any alternative field to create eddy current inside. But in real-world machines, where we have stator-this field distortion due to the saturation and harmonics of voltage or current input due to the PWM excitation. Having all of these phenomena, when magnets rotate, they will face alternative flux density on the surface and some regions inside. So we will have eddy current inside magnets if they have conductivity. In this simulation, we will learn a step-by-step workflow that we can model this loss on permanent magnets. The first step of simulation workflow using EMWorks EMAG is checking the material setting. If you right-click on the material and click on Edit Material, you will see an important parameter in permanent magnet loss, which is electrical conductivity. We have to model this number due to the data sheet of the permanent magnet, and this conductivity depends on the material. If you have all nickel magnet which has high electrical conductivity, or ferrite magnets with very low conductivity, you have to model correct value here in the electrical conductivity with the unit of Siemens per meter. Usually, the neodymium magnets have conductivity around 400,000 or 500,000 Siemens per meter. The next step is to set eddy effect on permanent magnet materials. You have to select them and turn on eddy effect on these magnets. The default settings of the simulation inside EMAG turned off all the eddy current on all materials. If you want to change this setting, you have to click on Turn on Eddy Effect. Now, if these parts face any alternative flux density, the eddy current will happen on them. Another important setting that we have to check is mesh accuracy, because usually surface mounted magnets have very small thickness, and we have to divide this thickness at least into 5 or 6 layers, because usually the surface of the magnet that is near the stator teeth will see more field fluctuations. To increase the accuracy of mesh elements in the magnets, we can go to the mesh settings and create a mesh control here. In the mesh control setting, you can select permanent magnets one by one, and even in the select faces, you can increase the mesh on the outer surface of permanent magnets. After you select them, you can force the mesh element size to very small values. For example, dedicate a number that force the mesh layers to be at least 5 or 6 layers. I select 0.6 millimeter to divide this 3 millimeter thickness into 5 layers. Click on OK and start simulation analysis by clicking on Run. When the simulation is solved, you can go to the result table and find the losses tab. In the losses tab, after the first step, that is transient part of the results, you can see losses values on permanent magnets. Each of them will have some solid loss due to the position and field situation on that position. Because we set the eddy effect, we can find the loss values in the solid loss part. As you can see, in some time steps, the loss value on the permanent magnets are not negligible at all. But remember, to have more accurate results, you have to set the end time enough to reach the steady state and use the loss values after the steady state. Using this method, you will measure the loss on the permanent magnets too, and you will have more accurate efficiency calculation or thermal analysis. Please hit the like button if this video was useful for you. And if you want to stay tuned, you can subscribe on our YouTube channel to be informed of new videos.